requiring COVID vaccinations for all of the staff here. And for our attendees, we are going to require either proof of vaccination or proof of a negative test within 72 hours. You may have seen we did post an online announcement for that with how it's going to actually be implemented for the attendees. In terms of staff, we've been going over how we're going to actually basically be able to prove this. There was some hope that we'd be able to clear this before the convention for staff. Logistically wise, this is not exactly working out right. So we're going to just have staff bring the proof of vaccination to con. You'll just show it when you pick up your badge, basically the same as the attendees. This means you'll either need your actual vaccination card with you at the convention or a picture of the front and back of it with you at the convention. So take pictures on your phone, that works too. We weren't using the app, right? Okay, yeah, so it's just gonna be the card or the actual pictures of it. We're not using any of the apps that verify it. We don't have enough time to actually run through how effective they are, so we're gonna keep it very simple. We'll have to talk later about that then, because they should actually have a card replacement. I know you can, if you go to where, I know I got mine from Walgreens, and they said at Walgreens you can always go back there and they have records of it they can give you too. So the clinic should be able to provide all verification. That is correct. Just the cards or the pictures is all we can accept at this point. All right. And then for the attendees too, yeah, it's going to basically be the same thing for them. If any attendees are actually watching this too, you're either going to need the pictures of the card itself, or in that case, a proof of a negative test from an actual clinical test. For obvious reasons, we can't trust the at-home tests, so you'll usually get an email from the clinics, I believe, currently, if you're doing rapid tests or antigen tests, so bring your phone with the email on it, that will work. All right, down to our actual divisions here. Andy, you want to start with one? We're gonna go back and forth a little bit here.
Hello, I'm Andy. I am one of the vice chairs, and today I am covering for Alex, another one of our vice chairs. So Alex sent her departmental updates. The ConSuite Volcon food requests for your departments are due February 15th. So if your department would like specific food requests for the people on your staff, please get them into ConSuite by February 15th. Cosplay, 2 judges have been confirmed for the cosplay contest, and they're currently looking for people to volunteer for their staff. Exhibit hall, acceptance and waitlist emails have gone out to all vendors that apply for 2022. They have until the end of the month to make their payments and send in their tax form. Emails have also gone out to all people listed as exhibit hall staff. If you are one of those people, please reply to those as soon as possible. Guests, exciting guest news. All of our voice actor guests of honor have been announced. This past week, we have announced Paul St. Peter, who's a Minneapolis native, Doug Erholtz, Griffin Burns, and Keith Silverstein. Also, this morning, our final voice actor was announced, Bryce Pappenbrook. So that's been getting a lot of buzz online. With pre-registration closing, VIP registrations are also closing. Please see our website for the perks that come with a VIP registration. And they're also setting up and finalizing panels with their guests of honor. IT is continuing to update the code for their website, and IT is also working with the new digital scheduling app, people. Let's see. Tristan, any updates for logistics or tech? And speaking of OSHA training, that will also happen on February 6th and February 19th. Is that correct? Yes, Tristan says it's correct. No updates from video. Social media. If you would like a post made on social media, please send an email to AD_chairman. Allow 4 days for a post to go up if you already have the post created. I see you, Dave. If you need us to create the post, it will take about a week for it to be posted. Please also keep in mind that we do use Instagram, so if you have a preferred photo to use for a post, please include it. Yes, Dave?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear AD_channel?
Chairman.
Chairman, okay, thank you. Sorry.
It's all right. Okay, and COVID policies, just to reiterate what Michael said earlier, everyone will need to be masked. Staff will be required to show proof of full vaccination when they pick up their badge at the convention. Attendees will either need to be fully vaccinated or show proof of a negative clinical test taken within 72 hours of coming to pick up their badge. At-home tests will not be allowed. Right. Do you want to go through your division now?
And actually, just to follow up on that COVID policy, some of you may have heard Minneapolis actually passed ordinance through any place that's large venue gathering or restaurants with actually the exact same wording that we came up with before that ordinance passed. So Minneapolis is copying us, they just didn't know it. So whether or not the ordinance is actually still in effect in March, we'll see, but at this point, basically, we're doing what Minneapolis is gonna require of us anyway, so that made things really easy. For my division, we're gonna start with reservations, because I have some kind of affinity for it for some reason. Room requests. Rooms have to be in by February 16th. That's when the actual form will automatically shut itself down. I have some leeway to move some rooms after that, but we need to get as many of the rooms in as we can by then. If you're staff and you've not actually reserved your room yet, do so now. We need to get those in, otherwise you're gonna lose a chance to. I do have some leeway in moving rooms. Room Parties doesn't use all of the executive suites for one, that they usually, there's always a few extras there. If you're staff and interested in moving down to one of the executive suites, you'll need to talk to me probably today here or email me within the next week. We can get some stuff moved around to get you down there. Same price rooms, they're just down on the third and the fourth floors, so they're much closer, a little bit nicer. If you are a department and you need to actually get a room for a vendor or somebody you're bringing in, like Dave mentioned before, or either for example, video gaming with their Snow Phoenix and the other vendors they bring in, guests with everybody they bring in, anybody who needs a room for their department, you have to let me know within the next 2 weeks here, because I have to get this list into the hotel so we can get rooms for everybody here. If you don't let me know soon, it might be a mad scramble before the convention and we can't guarantee those rooms anymore. We do still have some general rooms available at both the Hilton and the Millennium if you're looking at staying there or if you're a regular attendee and want to stay there. And we are going to be actually releasing some more rooms into the Hyatt general block here too, so we are not quite sold out there. We have some rooms we can get to the general attendees. Hopefully we'll be able to sell those pretty fast here. Concom, they've secured their first, yes, Dave?
Top room reservations and for department guests and stuff like that. Do you want them all at once?
If you've got them all at once, basically what I just need is I need the names for who's going to be in the rooms, the type of room, a king or a double.
When you say names, you get organization, or do you have to have actual names?
We'll prefer at least one actual name just because they need somebody who can pick up the room key. If we do it by organization, basically I have to go down the front desk whenever they show up to release the room keys to them. If we've got a name on it, the front desk can just give them keys. Concom secured their first responders. We've got the EMS and everybody coming back here this year. And if you are on Concom staff, you've not already filled out their form. I think John sent out a form to everybody. Just make sure they get that filled out for their hours and everything. Department heads, just the same reminder you've heard before. If you've got radio requests, make sure you fill out his radio request form so he can get you radios. Also, if you've got any any event that you think might require extra safety or line control. He's got a large event form he wants people to fill out. Yes, Allie? Okay. Make sure you, as department heads, if you've got large events, just so we can make sure we got all of the line control planned ahead of time. We can do it on the fly, but it's not fun. We don't want to do any fly-by planning, not when we can get ahead of time. Well, okay, so what you're saying is if you're on ops staff, there'll be an email coming out here this afternoon. Make sure you read it, fill it out, whether you're returning or new. If you're new, make sure you reach out to Allie and she can help you get trained in here. Programming, get your panels in. You've only got about 9 days until panels close. We need panels, people. The con lives on panels. Dave dies when he doesn't have panels. I said you die when you don't have panels. Is that not true? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Dave commits homicide when he doesn't have panels. Registration. Registration is closing on February 6th, so just over a week out, 2 weeks out here, actually. If you've not registered for the con, do so. Staff, we do have this free staff badge policy in this year, but you still need to register with Clarissa so we have your information on file and can process that properly. And if you're not staff, please register anyways so you can come to the con. We like to see people at conventions. They will allow transfers and rollovers until February 13th, so you have one more week after that if you need to transfer your badge to somebody else or roll it over. Otherwise, I believe you'll have to wait until the convention itself for transfers, and rollovers won't happen again after February 13th. So, Reg is February 6th. Transfers, rollovers is the 13th. And room parties, I know room parties and Artist Alley are both still in the same holding pattern from before, where they've got everything in and all their acceptance letters submitted that I know of. So they're waiting until the convention to finish up the rest of their stuff. And that's everything I've got from my divisions. Let's go back to Andy here.
Thank you, Michael. So my divisions are charity auction, facilities, merchandise, tabletop gaming, themes, and volunteers. As far as updates go, for volunteers, the deadline for requesting volunteers from the attendees at con has passed, and volunteers would like to thank the departments that did get back to them in time for that. Let's see. Facilities, the facilities are taking room sets right now, and the deadline for that is February 19th. So that's formerly known as the resume process. For those of you who have been around for a while, it's when you express request for how you want your space to be set up at a hotel. Yes, Dave? That may be particular to his schedule, but I know he's accessible on Slack. Tony, if you're following online, if you want to answer Dave's question in the comments. You're right. That works too. And yeah, that's about it for updates from my departments. Any questions from online, Tristan? All right.
Just a quick fun, or you don't do division?
No.
Okay. Quick final reminder, if you're here, please sign in so we have record of you. If you're online, fill out the Google form and sign in there. We need those all signed in so we get record and credit for actually showing up here. Like we said, we are running out of time, so if there's any departments who need to talk to each other, please, by all means, start reaching out and talking now. We've got plenty of time here if you're at staff. I know I've got to talk with at least a few of you here. Do we have anything else? Right, if you're looking to join staff, email AD_admin, or you can email AD_chairman. We can, it almost goes to the same people. Get to the right people that we can actually start finding new departments. If you're if you're a department head who's still looking for help, please, by all means, let us know now, because we're running out of time to find somebody to help you with. Otherwise, I believe that should cover everything for our main meeting here. All right, so we'll close it down here now. Anybody here in person, at least, who needs to do talking, let's try and break up here and get our stuff going, and we'll be good to go. Thank you all for coming.